Bitcoin getting a huge, massive bounce to the upside. The question is, how high can we go? In today's episode, we're talking about the most important levels of resistance and support and taking a look at several scenarios on Elliott wave theory. So make sure to stay tuned till the very end. If you did not join yesterday's live stream, we did full analysis from scratch on Ethereum and looking at this $3,100 to get an epic bounce. Make sure to go and check out yesterday's stream because we did 30 minutes of full analysis on Ethereum and taking a live trade. Of course, still in that trade, taking half of the profits over $500 and leaving the rest for some potential more upside, which is very, very possible, guys. Go and check out yesterday's live stream, fully educational and doing live trading. Now let's dive in here through the price of Bitcoin. But first of all, quick reminder, my favorite crypto trading platform is Bybit. If you cannot trade on Bybit, I would suggest going to Bluffing. It is a no KYC platform, just with an email and a password. You can start trading in minutes and you have the biggest bonus to claim with the link down below in the description. $80,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, the more airdrops you're getting to your exchange. Let's dive in right away through the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to keep it really simple, looking at the higher time frames. We have had a massive bounce on Bitcoin ever since we bounced from that daily level yesterday. As you can see, there was a daily level formed right over here, and we formed a double bottom that was also mentioned on that video update. So we formed the double bottom and we had a significant rise, breaking some major levels of resistance. The question is right now, can we continue to the upside? Well, let's take a look at some Elliott wave theory scenarios where we have potentially formed already 5 waves to the upside, and we are going to get a corrective move here, forming a lower high. This is kind of in confluence of something that I am sure that you are watching, a potential head and shoulder structure where we are in the formation of the right shoulder, right? We're going to get resistance here. We're going to start rolling down and break down the major level of support, the neckline, and get an epic drop to fill that forgotten CME futures gap, right? Is that possible? Are we going to form a right shoulder here? Well, without a doubt, we are at resistance. There is that Elliott wave count here where there is a possibility that you could be forming a B wave. Of course, a B wave can be a flat. You can get above the 5th wave and then get a corrective move back down to the lows. So it's very, very risky if you're looking for this B wave, all right, and trying to predict a resistance zone. This is why we need high confluence levels. Now, we are at high confluence right over here at this $67,300 range. Well, yes, we are. We do have that point of control from that consolidation that we've had from the last several days, right? The entire week, okay? We've had this consolidation. We have that point of control at this range. We are getting a reaction. So are we going to be forming a double top here, a triple top, and then get a corrective move? Let me tell you, I am interested in looking at the double tops and triple tops at this zone to speculate on this potential Elliott wave count, okay? Just a normal zigzag ABC. We've completed 5 waves. So if we are getting a reaction, I'm looking for the local double tops, and I'm just testing the highs, and looking for the rejection from these local highs, because this is the moment, right, when you create that choppy price action, just like we did a couple of days ago, well, basically yesterday, where we formed this choppy price action. We got a reaction at that daily level, and we formed a local double bottom. This is why I also got into the long position at this range. Now, let's talk about the other scenario, right? I'm just looking for choppiness, double tops, and we are just about to test that local top here. So let's see if we do get that test. I will be looking potentially for a short trade. We might be getting a pretty decent pullback. Of course, there is the other bullish case scenario on Elliott wave theory. We have a possibility that we haven't finished the 5th wave, because we could count this as a double 1 2 1 2 inside of the 3rd wave, and we've completed the 3rd wave, and now we've just completed the 4th wave. We're going to get one more leg to the upside. That is definitely possible. So if this is going to be the scenario locally, I am interested in shorts only on the double, triple tops. I need those highs to be tested. If they're not tested, I'm not entering that short trade. Now, if we do break through, we start testing the highs here from last Sunday at $68,500. We're going to get a blast through. What is the most important levels for that fifth wave to top? Where do we have the highest level of confluence? Well, it is the value area high from this entire trading range since March. Okay, that is sitting slightly above the $70,000 range. We do have a weekly naked point of control at that zone as well. It is slightly below, but when we put the Fibonacci retracement from this pivot high of June to the pivot low is where we have the 0.88 Fibonacci, which has been terribly respected during the last few months. We got a nice 0.88 bounce from this pivot. We got from this pivot to this pivot low, 0.88, massive rejection. Also from this pivot low to the pivot high, Fibonacci retracement, 0.88, massively respected, insane bounce of several $1,000s. So the 0.88, yes, I can see it's been respecting very nicely during the last few months. So I'm taking it to consideration. And this could be the top of an impulsive wave if we do count this Elliott wave count. Now that is the strongest level of resistance, the $69,400 to $70,000 range. I would be looking for a liquidity grab above these highs, where it's exactly where we have the value area high from the entire range to get a much larger pullback in the next coming days, guys. Very, very possible. Okay, so very much interested in looking for shorts, obviously managing risk accordingly. We could be seeing this scenario right over here, which is already completed 5 waves to the upside, and we could be getting a much larger pullback in the coming days to get to the value area low, fill the CME futures gap. Okay, overall this zone is quite good to speculate in those shorts only if we create local double tops. If we do start breaking the highs, I am not interested in taking that short position. If we go in locally here, we're just about to test those highs. So let's see what happens if we reject or if we do get a massive breakout, guys. Only with the test here locally of the highs, I'm interested in taking those short positions. Not much to be talked about, guys. If we are going to get a pullback from this point of control of this range, I will be eyeing the value area low, the 66,400, the naked point of control that we did have from last Wednesday. It's a high volume node that we did have from Wednesday. Okay, if we do put in the session volume profile or the fixed volume profile from that range, you can see that high volume node that didn't act as resistance too much. So this is something that I am eyeing because there is a possibility that we are still inside of impulsive moves to the upside and we are going to create a fourth wave. So I'm eyeing very carefully the value area low of the range, this naked point of control, no longer naked, for a possibility of a higher low, guys, depending on how the price reacts to that zone. Looking for that local double bottom and also bullish CVD divergence to get the next leg up to the upside if we are going to hold. If we start breaking down the value area low of this entire trading zone, I'm really not interested. I would see this as an A, B, C, okay, or the most bearish case scenario, this being impulsive, which it doesn't look like it. 1, 2, and then 3, and we're going to move down very aggressively in the coming days. Unlikely scenario, in my opinion. Those are the levels. Those are the scenarios, guys. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.